We have many broken hearts in this courtroom today. In some respects, our healing has only begun, as we are just now beginning to have closure. How do you articulate what your mom was to you? I miss my mother every day. She was the center of our family. She was my best friend, my mentor, and confidant. She was a grandmother, great-grandmother, an aunt, a cousin, a neighbor, and friend. She loved and was loved by everyone who knew her. My mother loved life and was very productive. She hated appointments that fell in the middle of the day because she said she couldn't get much done. She kept busy. She enjoyed cooking, playing cards with her friends, and serious about her fly fishing. Mom loved her home, her safe haven, but she was paralyzed with fear on March 31st in her own home. The anguish she must have felt as she was violated in every way, robbed of her life and stolen from us. At times, I'm still in disbelief. This diabolical performance by the defendant was heinous, brutal, fiendish, and horrific. I walked into this crime scene, seeing blood on the floor, the walls, the furniture, her purse dumped in the living room with blood on her couch, floor, and the secretary, which is a heavy piece of furniture, pushed over, blocking the front door. I believe that was intentionally pushed over to block the door exit. Then finding Mom, her head and back wet with blood, and wondering why her legs were bare. I assumed she was caught in the bathroom. I couldn't possibly imagine the real truth. How can you begin to fathom the real truth? This is where you learn about the effects of shock, adrenaline, and grace combined. The only way to get through a horror like this is by the grace of God. These unimaginable details you hear today happened to my mother, hence happened to me and my whole family. Mom's whole community has suffered, her dear friends, her church family, our extended family and friends grieving still. Why? No regard for human life? Obey the law of the land didn't apply to him? No moral compass? Yes, I'm relieved, and I am grateful that there is a proper boundary around him, that society will be protected by his incarceration, that justice will come to us in some measure. I'm also grateful to all who have been a support, Detectives Jim Robbins and Craig Aurelio, the Niles Police Department, prosecutors Dennis Watkins and Chris Becker. Chris, as he patiently walked us through the process and worked tirelessly and diligently, all their assistants who took us by the hand, the victims' advocates who were there for whatever we needed. I'm grateful that my sister and I have each other as we sort out our emotions and unanswered questions. She's been there for me 24/7. I'm thankful for my husband, who faced the crime scene every time an issue arose at Mom's house. He faced for me what I could not. I'm grateful for my brother-in-law, John, who has been taking care of all Mom's affairs. I will forever be grateful for all the prayers from family, friends, and strangers who felt our pain and wanted to somehow help relieve it. In closing, I miss my mom every day. I trust our whole family will have justice, closure, and healing.